One of the biggest hidden problems in today's workplaces is that most employees don't actually know how their success is being measured. Sure, they know their job titles, they know their daily tasks, and they probably even know their manager's general expectations. But do they know the specific yardstick their performance is being evaluated against? In most cases, the answer is no. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, and wherever you happen to be right now. I'm Mike Voories, here to help you build a stronger team. And that lack of clarity can lead to frustration, disengagement, and even turnover. So let's explore why this matters, what happens when it goes wrong, and how organizations can do better. So imagine this scenario. Sarah is a project manager at a landscaping firm. She thinks her success is measured by finishing projects on time and keeping her clients happy. But her manager is more focused on profit margins and crew efficiency. So when Sarah works late nights to meet deadlines, she believes she's excelling. Her manager, however, notices overtime costs rising and thinks she's failing to control expenses. Now, neither is wrong, but the disconnect means Sarah could be blindsided during her performance review, if she even gets one. This story is not unique. In fact, a recent Gallup survey found that only about 50% of employees strongly agree that they know what's expected of them at work. That means half of the workforce may be unclear about how their contributions are being judged. Let's look at a few real-world examples of misalignment in success metrics. Let's talk about sales reps. What they think matters. Maybe numbers of calls made or meetings scheduled. What the company measures. Revenue closed and profitability of accounts. There's a gap. The rep may proudly book dozens of meetings each week, but leadership only values the deals that actually bring in profitable business. And then let's look at account managers, for example. What they think matters. Maybe time spent helping each customer and ensuring complete satisfaction. But what the company measures, renewal rate, upsells, revenue per client. And then there's a gap, right? Account managers who take longer to provide extra service might think they're exceeding expectations, but their managers may see inefficiency. And then what about field crew members? Maybe at a landscaping company. What they think matters. Completing every detail on the job site perfectly, even if it takes longer. What the company measures. Number of properties completed each week and adherence to labor budgets. So the gap. Employees strive for perfection. They may believe that they're helping, while managers worry about slipping schedules and shrinking margins. So then what about your administrative staff in the office? What do they think matters? Being responsive, helpful, keeping operations running smoothly. But the company might measure reduction in errors, processing time, cost savings, stuff like that. So there's a gap. Friendliness and responsiveness are valuable, but the leadership team might care most about efficiency gains and stuff like that. Now, it's important to note, these examples aren't meant to illustrate right or wrong priorities. No two companies are the same when it comes to strategy, goal setting, and measuring success. So these are just examples of potential scenarios. Clarity matters. The benefits of knowing the score are huge. When employees understand how they're being measured, a powerful shift happens. There's increased motivation. People work harder when they know what winning looks like. Goals that are clearly defined, whether it's revenue targets, client retention rates, or project profitability, gives employees something tangible to strive for. You'll have fair evaluations. Performance reviews become less subjective when success metrics are known up front. Employees won't feel blindsided or judged on hidden criteria. You'll have an alignment with company goals. Clear metrics connect the dots between day-to-day work and the company's larger objectives. Your employees see how their role contributes to the big picture, which boosts engagement. And you'll have improved decision making because when faced with choices, employees can weigh them against their success measures. For example, if profitability is the key metric, a project manager knows not to approve costly extras without proper review. Now let's flip the coin and look at the downside of unclear success metrics. What happens when employees don't know how their success is being measured? Wasted effort. Employees may pour energy into activities that don't matter to the business. They might overserve clients or over-engineer solutions thinking they're excelling when in fact they're undermining efficiency. Frustration and disengagement. Imagine putting in your best effort only to be told you're not meeting expectations. Over time, this disconnect leads to resentment and disengagement. And employees begin to feel like nothing they do is good enough. You'll have high turnover. Talented people don't stick around when they're constantly misaligned with leadership. If they feel their contributions aren't valued, or worse, misunderstood, they'll start looking elsewhere. Inconsistent results across your teams. Without clear success metrics, different managers may judge performance differently. One leader might value creativity while another values speed. And this inconsistency creates confusion. It erodes trust. You're going to have lost opportunities for growth. Employees who don't know how they're being measured can't improve in meaningful ways. Development conversations become vague and unhelpful, leaving employees stuck in place. So what's a leader to do? If you're a leader, manager, or business owner, fixing this issue is both simple and powerful. And here are some practical steps. First, define success clearly. Write down what success looks like for each role in plain English. For example, sales rep success might be X dollars in new revenue per quarter and a customer retention rate of Y%. Your foreman or crew leader success might look like projects completed on schedule within budget with no more than Z% rework, something like that. Communicate early and often, right? Don't wait for annual reviews. Set expectations during onboarding, revisit them during one-on-ones, and reinforce them in team meetings. You'll want to use measurable metrics and avoid vague goals like do a good job or support the team. Instead, use measurable criteria like cost savings, client satisfaction scores, completion times, revenue growth, stuff like that. You want to balance metrics with values. Numbers matter, but so does culture. If efficiency is measured without any balance, employees might cut corners, and we don't want that. You want to incorporate values such as integrity, safety, or customer care into your success framework. And then you want to encourage questions. Create a culture where employees feel safe asking, how will this be measured? Or what's most important here? The answer might change from project to project, and that's okay, as long as it's discussed. So let's try and bring all this together. At its core, this issue boils down to alignment. Employees want to succeed. Employers want results. And the bridge between the two is clarity. Making sure everyone understands exactly how success will be measured. When that bridge is missing, employees drift off course. Energy gets wasted and frustration builds. But when the bridge is strong, employees feel empowered, focused, and motivated to hit the right targets. The lesson here is simple. If you want employees to succeed, make sure they know how you're keeping score. If you found this topic helpful, please take a quick second to subscribe. Need help determining how you should be measuring your team's success, or how to recruit the candidates most likely to succeed on your team? BR1 Can Help. Contact us to get started. Our contact info is in the description. Let's work together to build your stronger team.